What's up, my brother? Mr. Tenepi, sir, just dropped some crazy news, my brother. We're getting a character balance adjustment soon, and I'm so hype about this. And it's happening on November 11, by the way, which just so happens to be Zoro's birthday. Now listen, this timing can't be a coincidence, right? I'm telling you, something big might be cooking. Mr. Tenepi, sir, is cooking something. What if they finally buff Zoro? That would be perfect. That will be the best birthday gift ever for us Zoro fans out here. So for anyone who's new, or if you are a new player, this character adjustment announcements are when Bandai tweaks older or underperforming units. Usually it's a buff, okay? They will buff an old EX or an old BF unit, and it changes the meta at some point. So as you can see, they will announce a balance adjustment. And you know what? It drops exactly on Zoro's birthday. That can't be a coincidence in my opinion. So we might get a Zoro buff. Alright, let's talk facts, okay? Zoro has tons of versions in OPBR. Onigashima, EX Zoro, Egghead Zoro, and a lot of Zoro. But most of them just can't keep up with this current meta anymore. EX Zoro, for example. Meanwhile, Kizaru is dominating right now. That character is insane. He deals good damage, taking out those hockey state, taking out every character state. Like, there's nothing you can do about it though. Even the Gear 5 Luffy, the new Gear 5 Luffy, who's supposed to be the top tier counter, sometimes struggles against a good Kizaru player. That's true though, that's true. I fought a very good Kizaru, but yeah, he clapped me, but I clapped back 10 times though, like for real. So if Bandai wants to shake up the balance, Zoro's the perfect pick in my opinion. A Zoro buff would make sense. Sword versus light, you know. Mr. Tenepi, sir, has been buffing Egghead units. Now let's talk about Egghead Zoro. If they're not gonna buff Onigashima Zoro, we might as well get an Egghead Zoro buff. When he first released, he was insane though, brother. One of the strongest BF. But then, you know what happened? They nerfed him. I don't know why. He was insane the time they released him. Like, he was so busted, they have to nerf him. Like, why nerf Zoro and not Kizaru? Kizaru is so busted also. It didn't feel fair at some point. But what if this new adjustment is the redemption arc for Egghead Zoro? They could easily bring back his pre-nerf version. Maybe tweak his skill cooldowns or boost his trait or whatever it is. And suddenly he's back in the spotlight, right? That would bring a lot of players back to the game in my opinion, since the new Egghead Zoro is free. You can just get him for free, level 80, so you can use him in League. If that happens, then that will be awesome. Everyone will be happy though. Everyone is waiting for a Kizaru's hard counter. Like, Kizaru cannot do anything. Kizaru will be unusable. That's what people are waiting for. Like 100%, my brother. Everyone is just quitting because of Kizaru, and I don't know why though. I think it's just people are getting tired of getting clapped by Kizaru every time because they don't have the new Gear 5, or they are new players and they don't know how to counter, how to deal against Kizaru, right? So I think, yeah, that is the reason. But personally, I don't really mind losing sometimes. I play OPBR because I love One Piece, not because I want to sweat every match. I only sweat in Mobile Legends now, not in OPBR anymore. No, I'm just kidding. That's why updates like this are so important in my opinion. It brings life back to the game, and it brings life back to those who quit OPBR. Alright, prediction time. Here's what I think might happen, okay? Egghead Zoro might get his old power back at some point, maybe buff scale damage, or yeah, faster cooldowns like how they usually do it, right? If it's not Egghead Zoro, it might be Onigashima Zoro. And I think that's what everyone wants, and that's what I want also. But I'm not hoping, you know. I will just accept whatever it is. But it's Zoro's birthday, so it might be Zoro at some point. And if it's Onigashima Zoro, it could get boosted attack, and I think he will be awesome though. If they will give him shield and 80% status infliction reduction something, then he will be perfect, okay? He will be perfect. He might be busted though. He might be the #1 attacker at some point, because I don't think they will buff EX Odin since we are in Egghead right now. Maybe next buff will be EX Odin, but if this is EX Odin, then we are cooked. We're so cooked. Well, I hope it will be 2 EX. Like for real. EX Odin and EX Zoro. That would be awesome. But yeah, since it's Zoro's birthday, we will 100% get a Zoro rebanner on his birthday. So it's just makes sense. A Zoro buff and a rebanner on the same day. That's a win-win. That's a win-win situation for us. Also, I think the banner might be expensive. Yeah, EX Zoro is kind of expensive at some point. And as you can see, Bandai is giving us these crazy EX characters and they are expensive, right? Even the EX Kizaru's rebanner, it's too expensive, you know? So for me, in my opinion, if the character is expensive, they might be good at some point, but it depends, right? But for me, they might be good. They might stay in the meta for a long time or they will be back in the meta. So that's how I usually look at it, but it's not 100%, okay? It depends on the trait, the skill, and what is their impact into the game. But if that happens, if they're gonna buff Onigashima Zoro, I will play Zoro until 7th anniversary. Non-stop, 24/7 Onigashima Zoro. So yeah, that's my prediction on the character balance adjustment coming in November 11, Zoro's birthday, and a possible Zoro buff and a rebanner on top of that, which is very, very good in my opinion. So let me know in the comment who you think will get buff, and tell me if you are ready to see Zoro back in the meta again. And I don't think those rainbow diamonds are ready though. You guys are cooked. You guys are so cooked. I'm just lucky I have Zoro right now. But if I don't have Zoro, my RDS is crying right now. My brother is crying. But let me know in the comments, who do you think will be the next buff characters? And do you have that rainbow diamonds if we're gonna get a Zoro rebanner? Are you ready? Let me know, okay? Well, that's it for this video, my brother. You know the drill. Stay salty, stay awesome, and salty rock. Now signing off.